Hey, happy Flex Friday to everybody out there. CJ Curry back with another Prize Picks video. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and get subscribed. Now we're on our way to 19,500 subscribers. This is just gonna get us really close to our goal, our ultimate goal, which is 20,000 subscribers by January 1st. That'll be my 3-year anniversary here on YouTube. And as I mentioned, if we reach 20,000 subs, by January 1st, 2024, I'm picking one of you folks out there to win $1,000. I'm digging deep into my pocket. I'm gonna bless somebody out there with a rack. So if you could use some extra cash, guys, all you gotta do, make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, share the channel, share these videos with as many people as possible. Let's get all the way up to 20,000 subs by January 1st. All right, taking a look at the PrizePicks promo today. Guys, if you're not playing on PrizePicks yet, it's a great time to do so. We're in the midst of their 12 days of Picksmas. Use promo code Curry, make your first deposit on PrizePicks. They're gonna match you dollar for dollar, all the way up to $100, making your first entry on PrizePicks completely risk-free. I've left a link for you down in the description below. But today's 12 days of Picksmas promo is a fantastic one. They're doing new promos every day from now up until Christmas. But this one's gonna be the festive Flex Friday. Now, normally we get a $20 protected play for Flex Friday each and every Friday. But this case, we're getting a $50 protected entry over on PrizePicks. So same rules apply, same type of situation for this festive Flex Friday, except now you can put up to 50 smackaroos on your Flex Friday pick. And speaking of which, I will be going live today to do a live stream. We're gonna try to build out a 6-pick protected play for $50 for a chance to win up to $1,250. So I encourage you, if you have a little time around 12 p.m. Eastern time when this promo goes live, join me here on YouTube. I'd love to see you guys out in the audience. All right, so what do we have on the PrizePicks board today? Well, we got a couple different options that I've cooked up. For my first half players out there, I got one of those picks for you. And then for my full game lovers out there, I got another one of those picks for you. It's kind of a small NBA slate. There's a lot of injury news. And there's a couple of games that are just, quite frankly, big time blowout situations. And, we're gonna have to pick and choose wisely here. I think for the protected play strategy, we're going to be best served if we go multi-sport. Maybe sprinkle in a couple NBA picks we're really liking, mix in some NHL, maybe even some, NFL, college basketball. There's a lot of different ways to play. But taking a look at these two picks here, we got Pascal Siakam, who's been struggling a little bit lately here, but this is one of those spots, one of those situations where he's going up against fellow Cameroonian NBA star Joel Embiid. And typically when these two fellas go head to head, they bring out the best in one another. And let me just show you what I'm talking about here. If we go over to StatMuse, I pulled up some game logs here of Pascal Siakam versus Joel Embiid. We're looking at first half points, rebounds, and assists. Now, in his most recent game, which was from this season, he only had 5 first half PRA. But if we go back a little bit further here and look at previous matchups head to head against Embiid, you're talking about 17, 19, 21, 27, 26, 18, 21, 18, and 21 first half PRA. He's actually hit the over against Joel Embiid in 9 of his last 10 games. And if you go back even further here, you got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more hits. So that's a total of 14 out of his last 17 games head to head against Joel Embiid, where he's exceeded 16.5 first half PRA. So let's take a look at props.cash real quick. Guys, if you're not using props.cash and you want to take your player prop research to another level, I've left a link for you down in the description below. Check out props.cash, use code Curry, save yourself 25% on your very first month, all right? But yeah, taking a look at Siakam here, it's been kind of, like I said, a struggle over the last few games, but what better spot than this one than, for him to bounce back. Like I said, he's going up against Joel Embiid, both players from Cameroon representing their country proudly. And like I said, when they go head to head, man, they just seem to go at it. And we know the Philadelphia 76ers, if there's one weak spot on this team defensively, it's probably at the power forward spot. Tobias Harris, a decent defender, but not really known to lock anybody up. He'll probably be matched up with Pascal Siakam in this particular game. But kind of look at what Siakam has done here. He had a nice little streak going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 games he had hit. And then the last 3 games, like I said, he's come up short. The last game that he took the court, he finished with 16 first half points, rebounds, and assists. So he would have been just 1 PRA shy of actually hitting the over. But yeah, I think it's time for him to bounce back, to get back on track. And like I said, I think I just like this matchup against Joel Embiid. I could see him coming out motivated, especially due to the fact that he laid an absolute dud, only 5 first half PRA against the Philadelphia 76ers back on November 2nd, their only meeting, their only matchup of this season. So I'm looking for Siakam to get back on track. So I like him to go for more than 16.5 first half PRA going up against Joel Embiid. Now, it's kind of hard to get you a projection on a first half prop like this. So what I like to do is I'll go over to like a projection model, something like Fantasy Labs, and I'll type in a player's name. In this case, we're looking at Pascal Siakam, and then I'll bust out the calculator. And then what I do with the calculator is basically put in the full game projection, 33.3 PRA, and then I just divide it by 2. And then you're left with a projection of about 16.6 first half PRA. That's just sort of a rough projection for Siakam. So slightly more than 16.5. You take a look at some of his lines out here on these sports books. His full game lines, 32.5 PRA. He's a betting favorite to go over. You even got a site like FanDuel who already has his full game PRA at 33.5. But again, for me, I'm going to try and avoid what could be a potential blowout with the Philadelphia 76ers being 8-point favorites in this case. And I would just go first half only on Pascal Siakam in this one. So switching gears, we're going to look at a full game prop here. This is Clint Capella of the Atlanta Hawks. He's taking on the Miami Heat. Miami is going to be without Jimmy Butler, so it's going to be left on Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro to slow down Clint Capella and the rest of these Atlanta Hawks. Now, the prop that I'm looking at for Clint Capella is his 10.5 rebounds and assists. And let me illustrate why this one caught my eye. We go and take a look at some of these game logs here for Clint Capella versus the Miami Heat. These are just his game logs for this season where he's gone over this number in 17 out of 26 games. That's a 65% hit rate and an average of 11.8 rebounds plus assists per game. But where it gets interesting is when you go and take a look at his last 4 head-to-head matchups against the Miami Heat. He's gone over this number in 4 out of his last 5, which is a really strong hit rate of 80% and a nice average of 12.8 rebounds plus assists against Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat. So good hit rates overall for the season. Good hit rates here lately. Recent hit logs or hit rates look good here. If you take a look at the last several games that he's played in, he's gone over in 7 of his last 8 games. And even the games where he hasn't gone over, he's been knocking on the door here with 10 rebounds and assists in a couple of these games against Nikola Jokic, against Domantas Sabonis. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's the San Antonio Spurs against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. But yeah, even when he's not hitting the 11 or more on the rebounds and assists, he's at least coming close, which is going to give you sort of a fighting chance with this particular player prop. So things are looking pretty good here for Clint Capella. You look at the matchup even further. You go to the last 7 games, the center position. Miami's given up about 15.7 rebounds per game to opposing centers, which puts them like right around the top 10 most rebounds given up to the center spot over the last 7 games. So taking a look at some of these lines here for Clint Capella, when we go over to the rebounds and the assists and you look at them individually, what caught my eye about this and why I think this will probably end up getting bumped up from 10.5 to 11, just looking at his rebounds on their own, not only is he projected for 10.6 boards, not including the assists, but you look at the 9.5 rebounds where you can find him on these sports books. He's a minus 166 betting favorite to go over 9.5 boards, minus 146, minus 140. So it seems like early on here, bettors are loving the over on just the rebounds at 9.5. Now, if you take a look at just the assists on their own. He's projected for 1.1 assists. You go over to a site like BetMGM, he's a minus 165 betting favorite to record at least 1 assist. So if he's a real big betting favorite to go over 9.5 rebounds and finish with at least 10 or more, and he's also a really big betting favorite to go over 0.5 assists to finish with 1 or more dimes, well, then you add those numbers up, and that's 11 rebounds plus assists, right? So let's take a look at the projection for the rebounds and assists. In this case, you can see he's projected for 11.7 RA. And he is a slight betting favorite to go over. But like I said, I think this one's going to pick up some traction, being that his rebounds on their own and his assists on their own are generating so much juice on these sports books. I think this one will be the next domino to sort of fall into place. So let's take a look at the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. We'll type in Capella's name. We want to get true odds or fair odds of this particular prop to hit. We want to know what the chances are. And in this case, he's got a 52.51% chance of going over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Now, again, I just want to remind everybody out there, 52.51% is not 100%. If it was 100%, what we're doing here is not gambling anymore. So just keep in mind that there is some risk here. 52.5% is a far cry from a 100% lock or guarantee. There are no locks, there are no guarantees. We're very much taking a risk. We're very much gambling. But I think all the numbers and all the data here looks really good for Clint Capella. Let's check out one more projection that I have on Capella, and this one's going to be brought to you by RotoWire. And when we look at Clint Capella's rebound and assist projection over on RotoWire, he is projected for a healthy 13.73 rebounds and assists, which puts him well over the 10.5 marker by 3.2 RA. So two very good projections on Clint Capella. Both of them suggest that we take the over or more in this case, and I think that's what you should do. And heck, you might even want to go ahead and use your Kevin Durant free square if you haven't yet. That's right. They got KD at just 0.5 points. Obviously, you'd want to take more on him if you haven't yet. He takes on the Dallas Mavericks on Christmas Day, so make sure you take advantage of that free square before the timer runs out. You got just about 90 more hours to take advantage. So what do you guys think of these picks? I blessed you with a first half only play, a full game play. Are you liking them, hating them? Leave a comment down in the comment section below. I love getting your feedback. And if there's any other picks that you guys are liking or picks that you have your eye on, questions about, you could leave those down in the comment section too. I try to reply and respond to everybody's comment out there. Again, do the deed for me. Help your boy out. Get subscribed, like, and turn all notifications on. And again, share these videos, share the channel. We're trying to get all the way up to 20,000 subscribers by January 1st, New Year's Day. My 3-year anniversary on YouTube. I can't believe we've already been doing this for 3 years. What a ride it's been. Guys, good luck on all your entries. We'll see you at 12 p.m. Eastern time for the Flex Friday live stream. I'll catch you then. Peace.